Hello and welcome to Akancha Against Harassment, your cyber safety podcast 101. And we have a very interesting and a very special guest today. I would like to welcome Dr. Poonam Verma, Principal of Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, Delhi University. Welcome to the podcast, ma'am.
Hi, Akancha. Thank you for bringing me on board here. And it's as much a pleasure to talk to you.
And we visited your beautiful campus almost 2 years ago, and we looked at all the facilities, your library, the beautiful auditorium. So, firstly, thank you for hosting us. And I hope you are going to give us a chance again to come back and meet the new students and talk about cyber safety.
Yeah, surely, Akanksha. We look forward to having you. July 20th onwards, the new academic session begins, and you would be there with the new crop and, of course, your new ideas and your ways of, protecting, saving this new generation who will be joining the college.
Wonderful, ma'am. And before I give your, extended introduction, I just want to tell you that we were talking about this before I entered the studio. That even today, whenever I speak to principals, I somehow, just transform into that kid in school. And I was a very good student. I was a meritorious student, and this is such a nice feeling because whatever we are today is it actually completely owed to the way our teachers molded us and the way they handheld us. So, thank you for doing what you do.
It's a pleasure, dear. And let me tell you, I have a very self-centered approach. I am investing into the youth because they are my future. And everybody in the college is actually very proud of our own students. And truly speaking, every educational institution is because we have students like you who actually make the educational institution on top. So thank you as much.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to listen to this sentence as many times as possible once we finish recording. Thank you, ma'am. And I see that you actually have been the principal here since 2008, May. Wow, that's like a really long stint. And you actually joined as the assistant professor in the University of Delhi, and you have a lot of interest in researching, personal policies which impact performances of public sector enterprises. I also read that you have guided more than 100 projects, some of which have gone on to, receive a lot of international acclaim and appreciation. In particular, ma'am, I would love to know about Project Rahat and Project Udan.
This project Rahat and Udan had been taken up by our students as part of their Enactus work, where they are spending and looking at the social, problems which are surrounding us, how to convert these problems into a business model and a sustainable business model. So both Udan and Rahat were basically going with the national mission, where they were looking at ways and means how to, get away with this problem of open defecation. And the other was regarding, the how to create, the local people, involve them, have them as part of the business partners, and do away with the problem and at least find some effective solutions to the problems. So this is how they had actually won. Through this kind of projects, they had actually won a national championship, and then they went on to become the world champion on these projects.
Right, ma'am. So wonderful hearing about Project Rahat and Project Udan, ma'am, which brings us to the topic, cyber safety. And ma'am, last year, 2018 May, we had
Hmm.
about 250 million social app users in India. एंड
Hmm.
इसका मतलब ये है कि जिनके पास भी फ़ोन है वो इंटरनेट से एडिक्टेड हैं, हुक्ड हैं और हम वर्कशॉप्स भी करते हैं तो बीच बीच में इंटरप्ट करते रहते हैं दैट प्लीज़ स्विच ऑफ योर फोन्स और प्लीज़ डोंट लुक एट योर स्क्रीन विच इज़ क्वाइट आयरॉनिकल
Hmm.
क्योंकि हम वर्कशॉप ही साइबर सेफ्टी की कर रहे हैं बट
Hmm.
डिस्ट्रैक्शंस इतने सारे हैं.
Hmm.
Research says कि on an average a youth is picking up phone 200 to 250 times in a day. मतलब हम 250
Hmm.
बार फ़ोन चेक करते हैं अपना दिन में, उसको उठाते हैं अपने हाथ में. सो
Hmm.
मैम, व्हाट्स बीन योर ऑब्जर्वेशन ये टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज का इन द यूथ यू डील विद एंड इन योर कॉलेज?
Uh, Akansha, you're absolutely right. Today, students are more glued to their devices than anything else.
जी।
एज अ रिजल्ट हो क्या रहा है, सोशल इंटरेक्शंस जो है ना लोगों की वो ड्रॉप हो रही हैं, बट वी आर स्टिल फीलिंग मोर कनेक्टेड विद द वर्ल्ड. Isn't it very paradoxical?
यस।
Now, we therefore have to keep creating opportunities and platforms through our college. Now, how do we do that? Let me just explain to you. See, in our college, we have various societies,
राइट।
and the way the students are engaging with the faculty and with the other peer group is by working together, interacting with each other, and not just be glued to their own devices. सो इन अदर वर्ड्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज कि ये क्यों होता है कि हम लोग अपने फोन को चिपकते हैं, क्योंकि हमें कुछ और एक ऑल्टरनेट अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलती.
जी।
सी फोन को भी हम लोग इतने ग्लूड हो जाते हैं क्योंकि वी आर इन डीड सोशल एनिमल एज वी कॉल इट.
जी।
और हमें तो चाहिए एक इंटरेक्शन. एक हमें एक डिवाइस मिल गया जो सिर्फ हमारी सुनता रहता है. दे बिकम लाइक इट बिकम्स लाइक योर somebody who can't react as much as when we respond to interacting with people. People will react. This device will not react. It will
राइट।
only respond to your. So that is the reason why we find this device बहुत बढ़िया.
हम्म।
However, the other way is that we have to actually create opportunities where they can engage with each other. See, at the end, let me tell you very frankly, in the organizations, people who reach on the top are the people who have the effective people skill.
करेक्ट।
So, doing this kind of a thing can only, getting them away from this kind of a sticking to or glued to the device could be that we provide opportunities. In
करेक्ट।
our college, we have so many societies. This is how they work through. They organize events. They have participation from the students. The faculty gets engaged, and this is how we hone their people skill.
Right. Ma'am, can you tell us about any one or two societies which get maximum engagement? क्या करते हैं सब लोग मिलके उन societies में?
See, अभी मैं आज ही का एग्जांपल देती हूँ. Today we had Delhi University Model
Okay.
United Nations. Okay, now this is where people are debating about what's happening at the United Nations level. What are the issues that are
Right.
affecting them? So then we have interactions from not just our own college students, but across university and even school students were
Wow.
participating in it. We have a lot of participation from the students of other universities in debating competition है हमारे एक मंथन जो कि एक बहुत ही बढ़िया इवेंट होता है जिसके अंदर हम अगेन सोशल कॉजेस को लेते हैं और नुक्कड़ नाटक की तरह हम उनको उन इश्यूज को हर नुक्कड़ पर हर मॉल में हर जगह जाकर परफॉर्म करते हैं, सेंसिटाइजिंग पीपल अबाउट द
Wow.
सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स. एंड दिस टाइम वी हैड डन इट in 21 countries.
Wow.
Again through a device, mind you, we were not
Right.
physically going, but we were connecting with the people across the nations through these devices only. So they are good servants, but they can, if they overpower you or if you use them too much, they at times becomes your master. And at terms what really happens is कि students जो हैं वो फिर अपने में ही रह जाते हैं और बाहर नहीं निकल पाते हैं, और जिसके कारण आई वुड से जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी जो है
Hmm.
इनकी, जिसका कंसर्न हम आपको भी उतना ही है और जितना हम लोगों को है, वो प्रॉब्लम्स हमारे को फिर फेस करनी पड़ती हैं.
Absolutely, ma'am. And as you were saying कि technology is a wonderful thing. ये तो बहुत कमाल की चीज़ है कि at our fingertips under 0.03 second you can just Google for something and there it is. जब हम लोग पढ़ते थे मैम तो
Absolutely,
अपने
yeah.
पेरेंट्स को भगाते थे लास्ट मिनट पे कि ये चार्ट चाहिए, वो फिर हम उसमें से कट करते थे, उसको पेस्ट करते थे. वी वर लाइक नाइटमेयर्स. बट इट्स सो ईजी. एंड आप कहीं पे भी बैठ के, आपने अभी एग्जाम्पल दिया इतने सारे कंट्रीज को कनेक्ट करके एक सिंगल कम्युनिकेशन कनेक्ट कर रहा है उसे. आप तो आज टुडे यू कैन राइट टू एलन मस्क, यू कैन राइट टू मार्क जुकरबर्ग, whomever you want, and chances are
Yeah,
you'll get a
absolutely.
response.
True,
तो
true, true.
आई थिंक दैट्स वेयर माइंडफुल यूज, जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि हमें कॉन्शियस रहना है कि हम कहाँ तक यूज़ करें, क्योंकि जो भी चीज़ अनलिमिटेड और apparently हमें लगता है फ्री है, there's nothing free. We are also giving away our data in exchange for the information.
Time,
I
yeah.
think that's where this mindful use really comes, and that's exactly what we are trying to address. Ma'am, are there any
Hmm.
counselors within the college? Suppose someone's going through some kind of pressure or some difficulties. Is there any counselor whom they can really speak to?
UGC had made it
Okay.
mandatory for all colleges that the teachers of the college should be mentoring these students. And there is where we are supposed to be. And in fact, they made it mandatory that even college teachers must stay in the college for at least five
Okay.
hours. Otherwise, it used to be, I'm sure, in your time as well. The teachers would come and take a class
Yeah.
and then just get away. Okay, but then we need to be staying because this is the reason. Because, when you're in the college, you get connected with the students. And when the students see you around, they actually
Right.
approach you. And in fact, in our own college, right in the beginning of the sessions, we tell that, whatever the number of teachers are, whatever the number of students are, we divide and we say approximately about 20-25 students will be mentored by one teacher. And the students choose those teachers themselves. We don't allot. So it is the choice of the student who chooses a particular teacher. And then they have some kind of and there are free times which are available to students and teachers. And at times, when the students don't have a class, they approach them and they discuss their problems. So, but as such, we learn, we
Right.
evolve. And when we listen to some kind of a problem, if the need arises, we also engage with
Right.
professionals.
राइट दैट साउंड्स वंडरफुल एंड सवाल इसलिए पूछा था मैम क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो ये सिली चैलेंजेस होते हैं इंटरनेट पे, कभी कीकी चैलेंज, कभी मोमो चैलेंज, गॉड नोज हाउ मेनी चैलेंजेस, बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस एक्चुअली पीयर प्रेशर में भी लोग करते हैं. एंड देन देयर सो मच एंग्जाइटी, कभी घर की
Hmm.
एंग्जाइटी हो, कभी परफॉर्मेंस की एंग्जाइटी हो. सो इस टाइम पे बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप इसको एड्रेस करें दैट at times, whether it's performance in your exams or whether it's anxiety or whether it's peer pressure. How should a student handle it at this,
Hmm.
age, this very impressionable college age?
More than the student, I would say it is the role of parents and
Ji.
the teachers. Very simple advice. To the students, first I would tell them that, okay, don't just, have a herd
Right.
mentality. Just because everybody is doing it, so they should
Right.
do it. Okay? They should not even forget their own individuality and their
Right.
purpose. They have to focus on academics, and, the other things are totally
Right.
fads. Now, interaction with people would be more sustainable ways to build your image rather than just, relying on, what's said on the net or what they get hooked
Right.
on to. Having fun is not bad, but there should be not a compromise on your personal value system, your long-term goals, and your respect for your families.
Correct.
However, I would still say that we as parents and teachers also have a role to play. The student for that matter and the child, as we would regard them as at home, first we have to develop that feeling of
Correct.
trust. And how does it? Trust is not that, I can give it. It has to build over a period of time. Even with our own children, leave aside the teachers. It comes with
Yes.
time. It has to come through our positive
Right, ma'am.
actions. We have to spend more time with them and less, so that they have lesser time to spend on the
Right.
devices. It's the same thing. They will, if you are yourself as a parent hooked on to TV or these devices, I assure you that's what the child is going to do later in life.
Yeah.
So these are few of the things that we really need to work. Of course, even at school level, the subject of safety should be, in fact, made mandatory in the curriculum.
Absolutely.
It has to be taught, not really at the college level, or they should come to that level of awareness on their own, but it has to be made mandatory right from, just like we tell the students, we tell the little child, अगर आपको कुछ अब्यूज हो रहा है तो आप बताइए, ये टच को, इसको
Yeah.
ठीक टच नहीं है, ये गलत टच है. जब हम फिजिकल सिक्योरिटी की बात करते हैं तो व्हाई नॉट अबाउट दिस काइंड ऑफ अ सिक्योरिटी.
100% agree with you, ma'am. And actually, I was going to ask you just that आजकल तो 3 या 4 साल वाले बच्चे को भी दे दे, वो तो इंट्यूटिवली सब जानते हैं कि कंप्यूटर साइंस सिखाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है उतनी, जितनी सेफ्टी सिखाने की ज़रूरत है.
Hmm.
I mean, kids
Absolutely.
know how to handle
Absolutely. I
iPhones,
agree.
iPads because, parents are giving access to it, which is fine. But we also need to teach them this
Yeah.
safety along with critical thinking, and there's good touch, bad touch happening even online. So, why are we not equipping them
Yeah.
with this
Yeah.
knowledge?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
So,
agree.
ma'am, coming to the last question, thoda off topic hai, but I have to ask you this that,
Hmm.
we live in this
Hmm.
beautiful country which gives us so many opportunities. I have been really lucky and I've
Hmm.
studied across India because my father was in a transferable job. So I've studied across some of the
Hmm.
loveliest educational institutes in this country. And I also realized that the kind of
Hmm.
facility which is there at your college, the children sitting in that auditorium are probably under 5 to
Hmm.
10% of our population who can afford to go to such a college, who can read, write, and such a bright
Yeah.
future. Ma'am, but
Hmm.
somewhere I
Hmm.
feel that all of us who get this opportunity have to actively think about how to give back to our country with our knowledge. And so
Absolutely.
that's
Yes.
something,
Yeah.
ma'am, how does one inculcate that and how, what is the role of educators? How can they inspire youngsters to actively think about this social activity?
You know, I fully endorse your views, and this is our duty that we have to give back to the society from where we are taking a
Right,
lot. And there will be a stage that comes in our life. Surely in the 3 years that they spend in the college, we encourage a lot of our students to work on these social projects.
right,
The very fact that the students have been working on those
right.
national missions, which were on open defecation, even on Uran, which is computer literacy that we were building around, okay, was in a way of giving back to the society. Now, how it really happens is, and how it gets reinforced is when we start giving them recognition for their activities
Wonderful.
that they do. So through our street play societies, through these kind of projects, this is the way we are giving them opportunities to go out in the community and do all that outreach programs for the society. Now, somewhere I always feel that it has to begin from us as parents
Right,
and teachers. The students or the younger generation always is not to be taught. They will see us doing these things, and they will actually inculcate these values
right,
in
ma'am.
them through our actions. So it is our role, our duty. And in our own college, as I told you, we are encouraging, we are recognizing their efforts, we appreciate it, and it helps them build their resume,
Yes,
by the way. Even the corporates are looking at people who have extended their activities beyond the
yes.
curriculum.
That's true, ma'am.
So, it gets linked with, the incentives that everybody looks for. अच्छा मुझे अच्छी नौकरी जो मिलेगी. तो वो नौकरी इस बेसिस पर मिल पाती है क्योंकि इनका रिज्यूमे इन चीजों से स्ट्रेंथन हो जाता है.
Wonderful. I mean, this is the best incentive, really. I mean, whatever makes them think actively and whatever makes them, extend themselves to activities like this, I think it's great. And I want to really thank you for taking this time out. And I hope to see you very soon. I also hope that once we receive questions and we get a lot of engagement on our podcast, you will make some time in future again to come back and talk to us and maybe address those queries or people who want to interact with you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Of course, of course. Yeah, surely, surely, Akanksha. My pleasure as much. We both are in this area of making an impact and making our future better.
Thank you
God
so
bless you.
much, ma'am. Thank you so much. And for everybody who's listening in, if you have any questions for Poonam ma'am, if you have any queries regarding these projects or about the college, please write into us. You can drop me an email. My email ID is helloakancha, hello Akanksha at gmail. You can also tweet to me. My handle is akanchas. Until then, stay aware, stay safe.